Hi everyone, it's Sonia. Hope you can see that nice greenery in front. I'm trying to set my phone on the car. I'm in my car because it's a bit windy outside. So I think hopefully I'll get better reception and you'll be able to hear me better inside the car. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day on this lovely sunny day. Hopefully the wind dies down a bit so we can actually get out and enjoy the lovely sunshine. I wanted to come on today and talk to you about homelessness again, because as you know, I do work with our homeless community, and it's a growing community around Adelaide, even though I've only been working in the city of Tea Tree Gully, but now I'm starting to work also in the Salisbury Council area. And have a few people now that I look after in the area of the city of Salisbury, and I've been having meetings with the city of Salisbury as well, who are quite receptive to having me work with them and be on board to help assist some of their homeless community. I've also been out to Elizabeth and spoke to some people out there that work with disadvantaged women and are reporting a lot of happenings with the Elizabeth Council as well, to which I have not spoken to yet. But I'm getting some rather disturbing reports about councils right across the board on how they are handling our homeless community. And it's not good. They are getting a lot of complaints from residents, and a lot of these complaints I've investigated turned out to be false. My plea today in this video, hopefully you can hear me okay. I don't have to hold the phone up myself. I might have to do that. My plea today is to the community out there to please show more compassion to our homeless community. I mean, if there's a homeless person living in your vicinity, you need to mind your own business a little bit, unless they're hurting you in particular. And we're getting ridiculous reports. People are actually watching these people like hawks, and as soon as they do something wrong, they're on the phone to council saying, oh, this person's doing this person's doing that, this person's, pooping in the creek. Well, I put a post up not that long ago asking the community for support to open the toilets for 3 hours longer during the summer months. And the outrage was, no, they will do drugs in the toilet, and this will happen and that'll happen. And all of these things can happen during the day as well. But my point is, you've got no right to ring council and say a homeless person is pooping in the creek when you're not prepared to allow council to open facilities for these people to go. Where are they supposed to go? They're supposed to hang on? They have to go to the toilet somewhere. And you've got a cross-section of community among the homeless community, the same as you have in our community. Only our community, the residents that are living in houses have protection from society. They have privacy. People on the streets have no privacy and no protection at all. Whatever they do is out for everybody to see, because they don't have the same luxury of having the four walls to protect them. Their life is on display, and people are ringing up and complaining about them all the time. These poor homeless people who've got nothing and living out in the elements in a tent or in a car. And people are ringing up and complaining, making complaints, saying, oh, this person's doing this person's doing that. And I really wish that people would be more compassionate. I mean, not everybody has the same opportunities through life. Some people don't get opportunities at all. Without mentioning any names or trying to expose people's identities, I've worked with some people lately on the streets that I've been working with for a couple of years that have deteriorated so much. I mean, one person been on the streets I've been working with now for about 16 months. I begged the government to give them housing, and I gave the reasons why this person shouldn't be on the street. I need housing for this person. And they never gave that housing, and now this person's dying. and will die on the streets of a very severe psychotic illness that actually takes your life. Your lifespan is very, very, very small. And I blame the government for that, because had they provided the early intervention for this person when I asked them to, we wouldn't be here today and me supporting a person that is dying on the streets. And that's not okay. This person's young. I'm working with another person that has been on the streets since they were 11 years old. 11. Now think about that. This person now is 33 and has been on the streets since they were 11 years old. That's a child. I don't want to live in a society that has children being homeless. That's not okay. That is not okay, that we have a person on the streets that's been on the streets since they were a child. And for 23 years, this person's had no help. They've been on the street that long and they've had no help. So I'm helping this person at the moment, and I intend to get them a unit in a housing trust, because they deserve that after what they've been through, because the system has failed them for 23 years. It's not okay what's happening. We can't live in a society that lacks compassion, that people aren't willing to reach out and help others and help lift them up. And all they want to do is sit back and complain about people that have nothing, no family, no belongings. The only belongings they own to their name is in their tent or their trolley. And people are ringing councils and making complaints, and councils, under the current legislation, are moving people on like chess pieces all around the city, but not actually giving them a place to go where they cannot be moved on. How would you like it if somebody said to you every 3 weeks, you need to move all the contents of your house and move to another house, and you had no idea where you were going to get a house from? Can you imagine the stress involved in that? I mean, we move once in 10 years and it's a very stressful experience. These people have to move all of their belongings every few days because council keep moving them on because they've got nowhere to call home. I don't want to live in a society like that, that's that non-compassionate. And this is what the state government has told councils to do. Keep moving people on. They're not giving councils any autonomy or any power to actually look after their own homeless people. They're residents of our cities. Councils only look after ratepayers. They don't look after residents, they look after ratepayers, and that needs to stop. And it's because the legislation is put in place that councils have to do what state government tells them to do regarding homeless people. And the expectations are so unrealistic. One of the expectations is you must engage with ANWR. ANWR is ineffective and not working. That's been proven. I've proven that. I've written reports to the Minister. I would like to see councils being given the authority and the tools to look after their own homeless people, each council, each individual council. Because at the moment you've got charities being paid millions of dollars to do nothing. It's not working. Give the extra money to councils. Get them to have each council have a homelessness team that works with their own residents holistically and gets them housing and provides for them. We can't just provide for ratepayers. You've got to provide for all residents. And one of the conditions of being able to stay in a certain spot is to engage with ANWR. Well, I'm sorry, that's not possible. It's not possible because ANWR don't do their job properly. And it's not possible because a lot of these homeless people, or some of these homeless people, or many of these homeless people are not capable of advocating for themselves. They're not capable of catching a bus to Elizabeth and sitting down and being able to have the cognition to advocate for themselves, to know what they're doing, to know what they're saying, to be able to support themselves, to get out there and get themselves into a meeting and get them a house. Long-term homelessness is crippling, psychologically, physically, mentally, every way you can imagine. Some people just aren't capable of doing that through multiple myriad of reasons. And yet the government expects them and says, if you don't do something to help yourself, we're not helping you. And this is why I'm having some success, because I'm actually helping people. I'm supporting them and helping them to achieve their goals, because some of these people aren't capable of doing that for themselves. And that bit of support and that bit of care goes a long way to getting people successfully housed. But the government's not doing that. They're telling councils, no, if they don't engage, if no antisocial behaviour. One of the stipulations is no antisocial behaviour. Okay. That's unrealistic too, because antisocial behaviour can be anything from yelling at somebody to having a fight out in public to pooping and weeing in the creek when we have provided them no alternative place to go to the toilet, because we lock everything. We don't provide public showers. We don't provide public toilets because a few people, oh, we can't do that. Somebody might shoot up in there. Somebody might die in there. Somebody might do this. Somebody might do that. It's a toilet with a building. It's a building with a toilet in it and a wash basin. 99% of people are going to use it for those purposes. And if there is somebody shooting up in there, isn't it better for them to shoot up in the toilet where there's a sharps container they can put their syringe in than doing it out in public and throwing their syringe on the ground for some kid to step on? You've got to use your sense, people. We have